Morning everyone, my name's Matt and welcome to Cobb Hill Farms. Finally, we got some nice sunny beautiful days coming ahead. We're gonna get some work done. Today, I think I wanna try to get some firewood done. I wanna at least start getting some cut into logs. And maybe by the end of the video, we'll even have some split up. Well, let's see if this old girl's gonna start. It's been a while. So today I'm going to work a little bit smarter and not so much harder. I'm going to utilize this Kubota U35 mini excavator to hold up the logs for me at about waist height so I can go through, chunk all these logs up into nice rounds, and then I can split. This excavator is not my excavator. It belongs to a very good friend of mine. He uses it for his landscape business throughout the summer months, and then in the winter it comes and lives in our barn because he doesn't have a place for it inside through the winter. So it protects it from the elements. I have the use of it while it's here throughout the winter to do any jobs I want, and as a thank you, I service it, do a full service on it, and make sure it's ready to go for his upcoming landscape season. So let's get started. wood that I'm cutting up today is ash. It's a rather soft wood. It's not a very dense wood, so it burns rather quickly. So the reason I waste my time with this stuff is because it's literally dying faster than we could even use it up. We have dead ash trees all around our property. Plus, with the pasture project that I've been working on the last, I don't know, year and a half, I'm taking down any ash trees that are out there because they're gonna fall down eventually. So anyone that's really in decent shape, I put it out here in a pile or way out in the far corner of the property, and eventually I'll get around to cutting and splitting it up. So until we have all the dead ash cleaned up around here, this is what I'm gonna burn, because no sense of letting it go to waste and rot away. So well, I don't know how many bins that'll fill, or if it will even fill a full bin, but it's at least enough to get us started and feel like there's some production going on. One thing I've been kind of surprised though while I've been cutting is there's bees out already. There's a bee flying around right over there next to that one log. I had one flying right here in my face at one time. So it's the 10th of March and there's bees out already. Well, I guess the next step is getting the splitter out, getting this stuff split up and putting it in those bins over there. Before we get this thing set up over here by the logs, I got to take it down to the shop. That tire is flat. I had it down to the shop, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or better now, and went through everything on the log splitter, made sure all the fluids were good, and that tire was flat then. I aired it up, and apparently it's gone soft again, so we're going to put a little air in it. Now I don't leave this log splitter hooked up to the tractor because I need that tractor for moving bins and stuff around. And the nice part is with this having its own power unit, I can literally put it anywhere and don't need a tractor to run it. So I got to put this foot on the back. This helps any big logs that you might put on that might push down. It helps this from rearing up, helps the front from rearing up. So I got the foot in place, now we'll get it unhooked. Yeah, now we'll jack this thing up until the back foot is touching the ground. Alright, it's early evening. I had to go do my bus run this afternoon. I had to get a 5-gallon can of gas for this, so we're going to get this topped off. We're going to get this thing fired up, and we're going to get splitting some wood. And Stacy, I think, is supposed to come up and give me a hand too. So we're going to try to get as much done as we can before the sun goes down. Alright, so the first thing we got to do is turn the old gas on. I'm going to set the choke to about half for now. Set the governor about 3/4. So for those that aren't familiar or haven't watched the channel very long and haven't heard me talk about this log splitter, this is a log splitter that my grandfather built. It's crank start. I'm going to put a link in the description below for a video that I put out last year that completely talks about the history of this log splitter and how I ended up buying it back from an individual a number of years later after my grandfather sold it. So be sure to check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description below. Good job, Stacy. Thanks for the help.
No problem.
Wow, this filled this more than I was expecting. I figured we were gonna run short. I don't know, I just I didn't know. I didn't know how much we were gonna have, so I'm happy that we filled this bin and we still have some left to go. There's probably, I don't know, about a half a bin's worth left on the ground, so we're gonna get this one moved out of the way and we'll start filling another one.
We have some more wood to heat the house next year.
Yes, we do. We're gonna stay nice and warm. Well, let's see if I can get this thing running again. It can be fickle. Yes, I said fickle. That is a word, isn't it? No? Well, I made it up. All done. Wow, I'm surprised that went even further than I was expecting. That's almost another full bin. Well, we got almost 2 full bins today. That's a good start. I'm trying to get, I think, 6 or 7 bins so far for carry into next year. We got 2 full bins out there. There's a half a bin in the bottom of the barn yet. We probably won't burn that because the forecast, long range forecast around here is looking pretty good. So we probably won't be burning much for the rest of this year. So I got a pile of logs out there, or actually cut up rounds that need to be split yet. So as far as getting any more logs and chunking them up, we're gonna hold off on that until we get that stuff split. There's some out on the ground out there that I gotta get picked up yet and getting them in bins. So I think we're in pretty good shape. So it's really nice to burn with firewood because it costs us, you know, $20 in gas for a 5-gallon can for the log splitter and a few gallons of gas for the chainsaw. It's a heck of a lot cheaper than buying fuel oil. So if we can supplement all that we can with firewood, it's definitely worth it. So, and not only that, if the power goes out, we still got heat. So I'm tired. This was a day's worth of work here. So if you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you like our channel, as always, we ask you to subscribe. We hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time.